Well, hello and welcome to a very special race here today. We have some marvellous machines down on the grid that in just a few moments will be accelerating up to some really high speeds indeed to compete for a prestigious Grand Prix victory.
Hey guys, Tyro here. You can join me for 5 red lights for the Austrian Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. This is my map tribute to Manor F1 here at Austria, starting in 12th place where Wehrlein started in real life, and we're going to dive up the inside. The aim of this race is to try and beat Wehrlein's 10th place, or better Wehrlein's 10th place that he scored in the real life Austrian Grand Prix, and things look to be going well so far, already up into 5th place. Now, catching right up to the back of the Williams as Vettel dives bomb both of them. Now right behind Massa, can we look to make a move? Going down the straight course, no DRS yet, it's now available to lap 3. Just pure slipstream at this point and pure Manor Mercedes power. And dive up the inside of Massa. Oh yes we are, and we take 4th position. But now can we catch Bottas and even Vettel? So that's the end of lap 1, Ricciardo sets by the lap of the race as he's fighting to cross the line. We're in 4th, not gaining on Bottas yet. Can't make a move to turn 1, but we get a good run through the corner. Now it's just a slipstream up into turn 2, and we've got plenty of slipstream now. Looking to the inside even of Valtteri Bottas, and move ourselves up into podium positions. And now we've got Vettel just ahead, who's on the super soft tyre. So can we even overtake a Ferrari? You know, anything's possible. We're coming into turn 3, I think it is, still closing on Vettel. And we've got to make up these positions now while the tyres are fresh, once it is only a 25% race. As we actually set the fastest lap of the race coming on to start lap 3. Things are looking great so far, closing on Vettel. Didn't get the best of exits out of the first corner. Now just get slipstream OP and actually start gaining. I'm going to try and move into turn 2. Think about it, but we're just a bit too far back, kept slotting behind for the time being. Actually make a bit of contact there with Vettel's rear tyre, so you have to back off a bit. Not to get any position from that would not be a very sportsmanlike overtake, but now DRS, softer tyres, and that's us up into 2nd place. And can we even chase down Ricciardo, take the lead of this race? Now coming round here, Vettel's still right behind us, so we will not be happy about overtaken by Manor. Manor will be loving this. See, Ricciardo's only 1.7 seconds ahead. Can we close that gap? And the answer to that is no. Now Hamilton was up into 3rd. We look to challenge us into turn 1. Not quite. You see the train of cars forming now. Our tyres are starting to go off. Obviously the other top teams have better tyre wear than the Manor. Now Hamilton looks to the outside to try and make a move. We dive back up the inside. Can we hold it? Hamilton's going to have DRS, I think. And yes, he does. Hamilton with the DRS, able to pull ahead. Now, beginning to get into slipstream. Can we make a dive back down the inside? Not quite. Hamilton's up into 2nd position, which leaves us to defend 3rd from Valtteri Bottas and everyone else behind. Which is going to be interesting. You have to do some hard defending here if you want to keep this 3rd position. Going now on to the end of lap 7. Actually, it's time for our first pit stops. Nothing happened between this cut. Managed to keep a gap to the cars behind, thankfully, but we're battling weight with each other and just costing themselves time, which let me keep about 1.5 second gap. Now coming to the pits, onto our only stop of the race, onto the super soft tyre. It looks like most of the grid comes in as well. And we've actually jumped Hamilton in the pit stops. Great stop there, Manor boys. Got us ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And she'll put us back into a net 2nd place. Now he's into the pits in 18th, but of course everyone else is yet to stop. Many people choose to start this race on the super soft tyre, and on to following that lap 9. The rest of the ultra soft runners coming their stops. See there, Rosberg just coming out of the pits. I think we've cleared him. No, we haven't cleared him. Actually, side by side, Rosberg. Didn't even see him yet. That could have ended badly, but now Massa's looking to make it 3 wide behind. Going to this corner, I'm just going to pray that no one hits us. And thankfully we get through that corner. Okay, we keep ahead of both Mercedes and Massa. And now Rosberg with DRS, Slipstream going to look to make a move, is he? Yeah, he looks to the inside. Didn't manage to defend that in time. He's just out, really on racing line, but Rosberg just out traction to us on those fresher tyres. More downforce on that Mercedes. Now actually we touch the grass there, which settles the car, and that's any chance of getting past Rosberg. And now got turn attention to defending for Lewis Hamilton and Felipe Massa. Going on to lap 11 now, and it's actually Massa who's overtaken Hamilton, and we're looking to make a move on us. He actually makes contact with the back of our car there, actually hits us there. Now Massa looking to the inside. Well, Massa's not playing fair this race, so that's why he wants to play. He managed to keep the position for the time being. Now going on to the end of lap 12, and Nasser's out the race, presumably with an engine failure, and the drivers who started the race on these super soft tyres are now coming to the pits. And Nasser's now into 4th place, and that all the battling with the cars behind has cost us a podium position, but now we've got bigger things to worry about. As Massa's looking around the outside, and Vettel going to go with him. We're going to dive back down the inside of Massa, as Massa wants to be a argy-bargy this race, and then Massa's going to overtake us all 4 wheels off of the track. Just keep it on the inside line. Massa's going to pull ahead of us with DRS, and now we're going to dive it back down the inside, get a bit of rear lock up there. We still haven't managed to pull it off, and we're back up into 4th place. 5 laps left to hold on to this. Can we hold on to this? As Raikkonen looks to challenge Rosberg up ahead, as Raikkonen's on the ultra soft tyre. Coming up to Ricciardo to set first lap of the race, and now we're coming up to where Nasser's retired off the track there with what looked to be an engine retirement. And you'll see we're about more than half the grid stuck in the train behind us now, trying to defend his 4th position for the next 5 laps of this race. I see Vettel actually comes into the pits again, so Vettel doing a 2-stop. Now Massa's going to look around the outside, but we just hold it. Now that leaves Massa under threat from Hamilton behind us. We affected Massa's exit around that corner, coming on to lap 16. It's now Bottas' turn to try and take 4th place away from us. He dived back down the inside, same move made on Massa. But Bottas keeps it around the outside, and once again has DRS to try and overtake us. We squeeze Bottas as much as we can. Bit of tight contact there. Dive it back down the inside, same again as we tried to do on Massa. But like, we've got position back. No, we couldn't close Bottas out of there, so once again, squeeze, the cars get a bit stuck together there actually. And Bottas keeps it down the inside. Try to squeeze Bottas here, effectively run through this corner. Try and get a switch back, just haven't got enough. Try and dive up here, but this isn't really an overtaking opportunity. And Bottas has got us for 4th place. Now coming on to the final lap of the race, Bottas has pulled away into the distance. Ricciardo wins the race, but I could not care less about that. I'm going to try and keep Hamilton and Ricciardo? Verstappen behind me. You see, Verstappen gets a bit on the grass there, actually tags Hamilton, and that saves us, and we're going to cross the line to finish in 5th place for Manor at the Austrian Grand Prix. And now, time for something a little bit special, something I thought I'd put in the end of this video. There for this race. We'll do 3 celebratory donuts to celebrate the 3 points that Man has scored throughout their history in F1, as unfortunately it doesn't look like they're going to be on the grid for 2017. See, the Alliance scored 1 point in this season, but of course, we can't forget who scored those first 2 points for Manor back at Monaco in 2014. Also, I'd like to say thank you to everyone on the team who, despite the smallest team on the grid, only 200 employees. It's one of the most loved and respected F1 teams on the grid. Last of the teams that come into 2010 to survived 7 long, hard-fought seasons in Formula 1. Scored 3 points. Now, their story may not be one that's miraculous, but they'll be one of the teams I'll definitely remembered as one of the most favourite teams throughout the paddock. And now, I'll leave you with this final parade lap around the Austrian Grand Prix. as ever, all good things must come to an end. Unfortunately, that now includes Manor's F1 story. So now it's time to come back into the pit, park up in the garage and bid farewell to Formula 1 from Manor Racing F1. I've been Tyro, and thanks for watching.